Okay, this is Jared Corum with the Search and Evaluation midterm, and for the first source, I chose the search statement facial recognition and bias and investigation. Basically, I'm using these to see if facial recognition would be biased, or if its bias mattered in a police investigation, for example. Could it be overcome? So the first article I went to is this New York Times article. Everyone trusts the New York Times. Very recognizable. Everyone knows it. Everyone trusts it. Who couldn't read it and, believe it? It was from December 2019. It's written by two authors who are technology reporters, so no wonder why they were chosen for the article. One of the authors even covers the specialty of facial recognition software, which is a huge deal because that's what my project is trying to figure out. And this is also the personal page of one of the authors. The other author, if we go over here to check it out, is Cade Metz. Very well distinguished in his field. Out of the whole article, the strongest point is the author's background in the technology and it being their forte. The main weakness is maybe the New Yorker might be a little biased. Being the New Yorker, a lot of affluent rich people read it, so they might try to bring in their politics. But other than that, I would absolutely recommend it for a search project. But next time for the second one, I changed it to try to get to a peer-reviewed article or maybe something a little more scientific. So this time I changed the words to facial recognition and bias and police investigation. Really, I only stuck in one word, police, to try to get a more police background to see if there actually is, a larger issue. And that brought me to this article from Vox. Never really heard of them, but it looks official. The author, Sharon Gafferty, here's her page. She's a reporter she is a reporter for Recode. She used to work at BuzzFeed News, very reputable. And she actually has background in software and startup software. So that's a plus since, all facial recognition has to be, software based. And she, in this article, she delved deep into its biases and its unfairness of facial recognition, that it might maybe come into police investigation. And then here we got, it was also from last December. The strongest point of this article, the specific info on police investigations, and the weakest point is probably a not so well known outlet like Vox. Maybe they are reputable, but I have not heard from them much. But a quick Google, they are very reputable, and they have been for over 15 years. They used to be a sports outlet company, but they switched to mainstream media. So I would use this for a search project. And the next article, I basically changed bias and investigation to the synonyms to make facial recognition and unfairness and police investigation. So to see if there was something different by using the synonym words. And that brought me to this article. The one that I really couldn't find a author for, but, NBC, very well known, huge conglomerate, everyone knows them. Who couldn't read it? Who couldn't believe it? And after reading it, they have a long history of being professional. It's a recent article. The source may be more factual one out of the three. It may be the most factual one out of the three, so it being very recent. But within the last 2 years, the strongest one is the plethora of facts on the knowledge and at hand, and the weakest is the difficulty to find the name of an author. Other than that, the author seems knowledgeable. So again, I would use this for a search project. So all three I would use. To be honest, I would change my search results back to what they were, since there seem to be more options, and the word bias is used more for this sort of thing than the word unfairness.